Okay, on the topic of children, I think we should discuss who's your actual favourite. Me or Lucy?
Right.
You can tell me. I won't tell her.
Is it?
She doesn't
I
have
just
to.
don't want to hurt your feelings, Dan.
Oh, what? Talking about how my mum was a teen mum, and you had me at a very young age, big age of 16. I just think that's very well done to you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you. And I'm just gonna ask you some questions.
Shoot, go for it.
The first question is how did you finding out that you were pregnant with me? How did that impact your life? What changes did it make to your life when you found out?
Well, it was such a long time ago, being like nearly 17 years ago. It's hard to remember because it just went so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to remember exactly, what I was feeling when and how and so on and so forth. But yeah, I was excited. Of course I was. I was excited and happy. And
Really?
Yeah. I was
At
excited.
16?
Yeah.
Really?
It was only until it comes to the labour part that I was scared.
Oh, right.
That's when it finally hit me, I think. And it was, yeah. And then it was just a whirlwind from there of 17 years. But it was difficult. It was hard.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't change it for anything.
Really?
Yeah, no, of course not.
Wow.
Mm.
That's crazy. Because I would think that if you found out you were like, you just couldn't do it.
Never crossed my mind. It
Really?
never crossed my mind. I knew I could do it.
Aw.
And, yeah.
That's cute.
And he was a cute kid.
Yeah, I didn't win that baby competition, though.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, moving on. Next question. Yeah, that kind of linked into my other one when I asked, what was your reaction when you found out you were pregnant?
Hmm.
Were you just happy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I can't believe that. Actually, I mean, it is me.
Oh, yeah, of course. It
Yeah.
is you.
Okay, this is going to be quite... I really wanted to know the answer to this. I was writing these questions. I was thinking, okay, this is one I want to know the answer to. What was the family's reaction when you broke the news to them that you were pregnant with me? Especially nannies.
I think she was... Obviously, she wasn't going to be happy.
Yeah.
Because she wanted more for me
Mm-hmm.
in life. I was just, starting college and had this plan, and yeah, it never happened. But yeah, she wasn't. But once after the first day, it was fine. And just muddled
Really?
through, and yeah, she was really supportive and came to all the scans and doctor's appointments and made sure that I was taking the right vitamins, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
really hands-on.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wouldn't be where I was today if it wasn't for her.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's nice. It was going to be better than that. Okay, next question. This sounds kind of deep. Like, the way I've worded it seems quite thing. But basically, why did you decide to keep me and raise me? Like you could have... That's a bit...
that is a bit dark.
Yeah, but
I feel like this episode, guys, is extremely, like, a little bit intense.
Well, I want to
for
know.
what we want to talk about. I think we need to put like a cheesy dad joke at the end,
Okay.
just to, or throughout it, just to sort of
Yeah.
get people not feeling so depressed
Yeah.
by it. So,
Well, if you're talking about depressed, this next question is not any better, but, moving on.
what was the first question again? What was that question?
Why did you decide to...
It never crossed my mind
Really?
for that to happen, yeah.
Wow.
So it wasn't deciding to keep you or anything like that. It was that not having you in my life wasn't even
An option.
an option in my head. It wasn't, yeah.
Aw,
So,
that's sweet. Yeah, so I don't know too much about it, but I know after, like, you give birth, you get, like, baby blues and stuff like that. That's what, like, a couple of days where you're just, like, your hormones are all over the place and, whatever.
yeah, I mean, it can range for a couple of days to 17 years. So
Thank you.
but yeah, a few days. It's just because of your hormones that drop,
Yeah.
and you just go a bit like really
Mhm.
down. Some people do, some people don't.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is true, but did you have postpartum depression?
Not straight afterwards.
How long after?
It was, I think it was a few months, maybe a year.
Really?
Maybe a year later, I started to get quite,
A whole year.
couldn't cope, like with myself.
Yeah, but I was a difficult child, to be fair.
I don't think you was.
Really? The things I've
No.
heard.
You slept really well. Yeah, you slept really well.
Mm.
You wasn't, I don't know, looking back, you just remember all the good times and the happy times. And then I don't think it's until you actually have another child then you remember
Yeah.
actually, oh no, the terrible twos, the sleepless nights, the this, the that,
Yeah.
the whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. How? So
So-
you got it a year after.
Yeah, it started to, I don't know if it was the same thing,
Yeah.
but I did start to feel very low in myself, probably about when she was about a year old.
And I had to stay with nanny. Didn't I?
Yeah.
How long?
yeah.
How long was that for?
That's a really tough subject to talk about for me.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's fine.
No, we can talk about it. It's
Okay.
fine. Like, it's really hard because in my mind, I thought it was like months and months and months,
Mhm.
but it wasn't.
Mhm.
It was like a few days.
Yeah.
And I've always tried to balance you guys and having a career as well.
Mhm.
So I was working full time, and then I'll go over to nanny's and see you, and then go home and go have dinner and go to bed,
Mhm.
up for work the next day.
Yeah.
So I think it was just a little bit of a mental break there. But yeah, it wasn't as long as, this is what Nanny says to me, is that it wasn't as long as what I thought it.
It probably
what I-
wasn't.
Yeah.
Was it just a few days?
I think it was like a week at the most.
Really?
Yeah. It wasn't
Oh
not
no.
that long. But in my head I think it was like ages.
Okay. On the topic of children, I think we should discuss who's your actual favourite. Me or Lucy?
Right.
You can tell me. I won't tell her.
Is it?
She doesn't
I
have
just
to.
don't want to hurt your feelings, Dan.
What?
No, I love you both the same.
I don't believe
You
that.
can't
I don't
love
believe
one
that.
child more than the
I
other.
don't believe that. I think
love
you can.
both the same. I love you both the same.
That's a lie.
Well, you can believe it or not, darling.
Okay. Whatever. Thanks.
What are we discussing next week? I feel like we need something a bit more upbeat.
Yeah, 100%. That was
Because
quite
this
depressing,
was-
actually. I didn't
yeah.
even think that would turn out quite depressing, but it did.
I feel like we need to maybe like sit on it and even analyse the information
Yeah,
that we've just spoke
Probably,
about.
yeah.
Um,
In
next
greater
week.
detail.
Next week we'll have a nice surprise for you all, but it will be more upbeat, more laughing,
Yeah.
more problems that we have as a mother and teenage daughter.
Definitely.
It's Lexi's birthday on Friday. She wants a party at the house. She's kicking myself and her stepdad out. Oh, there's gonna be. We'll let you know on how that works. Thank you all for listening to our podcast, Mummy and Me. Please make sure to share our podcast by doing something as simple as telling a friend or even your mother or daughter.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.